Them's the breaks.
And that I have made mistakes. Oh, girl, baby girl. Oh,
Never mind me.
I look back at the headlights. I'm like, that's not supposed to be there.
That's not supposed to be there.
Oh, good morning, good afternoon, evening, all that good stuff. It's your favorite news aggregators. I don't
Is
even
that
know
what we are? We're news aggregators?
We're pretty close to being raise my chair up here. We're pretty close to being journalist, I think. What's the are we missing like some like piece of paper? I be trained.
I guess the difference is like we're not a primary source, right? We're looking at primary sources and discuss it. I think aggregators is probably a good term.
Look around the media landscape. There are no primary sources.
Well, we're not the we report what the AP and Reuters say. We're not AP or Reuters.
Let's say hello to the good people. Sarah Davies, SG, Cothology, Kate Smith. I am up from my nap. I was in Graham's chat till about 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Jesus.
The kid didn't go to sleep, so.
Oh, I thought the Brits were being crazy.
He was having his morning brew, as he likes to have. How's the pups? Let's do our banters.
Oh yeah,
let's get the bants in.
Hey, you want to see how the pups are?
Oh, let's see a pup. Oh, they're snuggling. Oh,
they hurt me. They like licking each other.
There's a good boys.
That's what they're up to.
See, Kate's got it. Isn't that what the news commentators do on the tele? Yeah. There isn't really a difference between us and CNN other than they get paid. And we have morals. You know what I mean? Other than that. And I think that would help us. I think that would put us higher on the tier list.
Yeah, we could be like pundits, I suppose, because we're not expressly trying to be they're both pugs. We're not trying to be objective. We have our own opinions.
I don't know though, but I feel like we're objective even when we talk about stuff. So like we wouldn't just be like Trump murdered a kitten and here's what he had to say. We're not deliberately lying to make shit up to make people not lie. And maybe this is the crux of the problem in journalism right now is he's actively doing bad. So it's not like being a hater by calling out very obvious things. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we're also not I despite with I don't know what people think, but we're not towing any party lines.
No.
We don't have orders from above. I haven't gotten my check from George Soros in so long.
What's his deal? Is he a Trump at the end of the day? Because everyone says you're going to get paid, and we don't get paid.
I know. So we're the only people paying us are the people in the chat, really.
You mean the greatest fan base ever? I think I'll save American Gladiators for super chats and stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be the fanfare. You seem tired, sir.
I am. I'm a little tired, but I got coffee, so I will.
Hell yeah.
Well, here's some banter for you, Mikey. What's your favorite coffee? What's your
Cold
favorite? What flavor? What's your
cold brew?
How do you yeah, but cold brew is a temperature.
It's a brewing process of coffee, and it gives it like its own flavor. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But,
well, what's
dark
what's
roast, light roast?
Yeah, cold brew is the correct answer to that.
No, cold brew is not. You can cold brew any roast of coffee.
Any
cold
of
brew
them?
is a mechanism for making coffee.
It's the technique.
It's the technique. I'm talking about the beans.
So did I just freedom fries it?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to not have my fries named after the French people, even though it's French fries because of the cut, not because of where they're from. So I just did a freedom fry. Look, freedom fries work. Remember when we said that? Remember Kay over here Kay be drinking their coffee right in the bathroom. Like, you just have to drink it on the toilet. You gotta just be ready.
Someone ban him in the chat.
Don't ban him for real. What is he trying to say? What is the word? Look at how many asterisks there are.
I think that's what Trump said.
Wake the friggin' up.
Wake the friggin'. I don't know if this is one of the videos, but I heard Trump was yelling at the Secretary of the Treasury, not Secretary of the Treasury, the Fed chair. Yeah. And he called him like a Nimrod and stupid and like all these like five-year-old terms for like making fun of people. And, you know, Trump is just a 5-year-old at heart, I guess.
Speaking of little kids in danger.
Alarming video of a close encounter at Yellowstone National Park between a baby and a bison. It's leading to new warnings tonight of the dangers of getting too close to wildlife.
And this after a tourist from New Jersey just yesterday.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi, Trip, you doo-doo head.
Was gored by a bison at the same park. Fox 31's Jared.
Ooh, $5 super chat from Greg. Thank
Lord
you for going
Greg.
live. You have saved my terminally online self from listening to RFK testify. Oh, don't think that just because we're live that we're not going to show RFK testify.
Let's go straight to the RFK testification. No, we wouldn't do that to you.
His voice is just unlistenable, I think.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, ouch.
Kay, we're not going to make you laugh the whole show because that could, you know, really aggravate your rib. Hope you don't laugh in the show. Tim, turn humor to 100.
I gotta finish my coffee first.
Fair enough. A dear friend of the show, Irish Swede, had open heart surgery and had a little like a heart-shaped pillow that he would have to kind of like brace against for like any coughs or anything like that. Man, he foolishly went into the after show hanging out with me and Neil. Check out Neil. Neil is at youtube.com/604atheist. And man, the whole goal was to like literally kill this man with laughter. Like, we were trying to rip his chest open by making him laugh. He's like, it hurts. It's like, make him laugh more. And we couldn't stop. I'm addicted to telling him jokes to this day. Anyway, lady's about to get her kid trampled like fucking Mufasa.
Tourist from New Jersey just yesterday was gored by a bison at the same park. Fox 31's Jared Dean joins us with more on the warning tonight. And Jared, you spoke with the woman who took this video.
Yeah, Rob and Jennifer Gunderson told me they couldn't believe.
Holy awkward Batman. What is going on with your suit selection? Your hair is... What are we doing?
He kind of looks like Ben Shapiro a bit.
Oh.
But like, his suit is like two sizes too big.
It's huge. Who's
like he's got daddy's suit on?
Yeah, you need a slim fit, brother. It will look good on you.
Leave their eyes when they saw people walking right up to the 1,000-pound animal.
You know what it is? It's the light suit and the black pants. It makes it look like his legs don't exist.
Right. Like when the stage crew wears all black and you just kind of dismiss them in your brain during the performance. You're right. And he's got a bracelet. He's got all these rings up. What is happening?
Yo, why is the fucking local news guy blinged out?
Who wears rings on their pointer and rings? Is this dude a pimp? He might be a pimp.
The animal in the park.
We'd been watching the turn-ons of Yellowstone for the past couple of years and thought there's just no way people do this in person.
Me and my wife see couples like this every time we go out. Like when we go to like a national park or like the Arch or we go to the zoo, we always find couples like this that are like semi-retired and they are just so nice. They will talk your fucking brain out.
And sure enough, we were.
Speak of the devil. Hey, sweet, remember when we used to try to make you laugh after your heart exploded and we were trying to cause you pain by laughing? There he is.
We're witnessing it as live could be.
It's an alarming sight happening more and more often.
Oh, they're so dude. If anybody, if everyone's unfamiliar, that is the American bison, aka the Omega goat. They are not nice. They are not nice. They are they will end you.
We've been
quickly.
Shooting at them for hundreds of years and they're pissed off about it now.
Oh my God. They're like very dumb cows until they get scared and then they are literally bulldozers.
And they make a good burger.
They're okay. They're a little gamey. I don't like game. I figured out.
You know what they got? There's a good like fat content in a bison burger,
like elk.
Yeah,
like elk had like very little fat and was like straight game. I'm like, how much terror was this animal in when you shot it? Jesus Christ, you can taste that shit.
Tourists walking right up to adult bison and other large animals in Yellowstone National Park. Rob and Jennifer Gunderson tell me they were celebrating their anniversary when they were visiting the park and captured this dangerous interaction.
Shocking. Honestly, it was shocking. I can understand if you want to go up and think you can get close to a bison, but to bring a small toddler.
Thankfully, that family walked away unharmed, but that's not always the case. On Tuesday, a tourist from New Jersey was gored by a bison.
Oh, she's holding them in their arms. Oh my God, this is making me sweat. I'm getting itchies and like my dad senses. They were trying to get my sternum to split open, split post open heart surgery. That's the tolerant left for you. We're evil with kindness. Oh, I'm sorry. Are my jokes hurting your feelings in your sternum?
Bison after he and others got too close to the animal. A sad reminder of the very real dangers of getting too close to large wildlife. According to Colorado Parks and Wildlife, bison can grow up to 1,000 pounds and 10 feet long. The national park recommends.
They have them at the Brookfield Zoo that I go to all the time. They are 7 foot at the shoulder. Now, granted, their shoulder is up higher than their head most of the time, but I'm 6 foot and you walk past the thing and they're sunken in the ground. And then his shoulder is like almost like reach. I'm like, how far down? Holy shit. Your legs go all the way down there. Big motherfucker. And they're loud, like loud, big footed motherfuckers. And you brought a little toddler over there. Yo. Are these black people? No, not black people.
Stay at least 25 yards away and take in their beauty from a safe distance.
There's signs everywhere.
What?
It's like it's.
Wait a minute. Landon says, "Hey, at Irish Food, I had open heart surgery in 2016 for mitral valve repair. I had a heart pillow and chest compression halter. I know your chest pain." Well, Landon, we would never do that to you. Just sweet. Just sweet.
But yet nobody pays attention to them, let alone, like I said, I get.
Okay, hold on, Trip. You're about to get banned. It is Mikey. Who the fuck is Mickey? And it was Tim's birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday. Mikey's birthday isn't until later.
Yeah, August.
Get it as an
You'll know it's my birthday when you see the white chair.
Adult. You're thinking, oh, it won't happen to me, but you're going to do it with your kids. That's what really dumbfounded us on all of it.
The man who was gored was taken to the hospital with injuries. The park is reminding everyone, if you're visiting and you see a bison, keep your distance. Bisons have injured.
Go over and pet it.
No, don't go over and pet it. Like,
They're
even
just-
not even joking. Like, do not go over there.
They're just big furry station wagons.
Just ready to fuck your shit up. And it's so easy. Like, it's so easy for them. Like, I'm not gonna show it because we'll probably get like demonetized or whatever. There's tons of video. You look up Yellowstone bison attacks or people getting too close to a bison. I'm talking Team Rocket blasting off again style, like grown adults 10, 12, 15 feet in the air spinning like a rag doll. Like, do not mess with them.
Don't pet the big furry cows.
Don't do it.
The I team is on the case tonight of a local 18-year-old student who had no social security number.
Well, without it, he couldn't work, open a bank account, or plan for his future. But now consumer investigator Jason Knowles is stepping in. Jason.
For most of us, getting a social security number is routine, issued shortly after birth. But one South suburban teenager didn't have one for nearly 2 decades until he called the I team for help.
It's kind of difficult. It makes me feel left out, kind of. When, like, my friends, they have jobs and stuff.
18-year-old Tyler Brower says he couldn't open a bank account or get a job or a driver's
I don't know why he went to the news with this story. You know what's about to happen, right?
license, all because he didn't have a social security number.
Tom Holman just kicked the covers off like.
I was born in my house, so when they took me to the hospital, I never got filed for one.
The Tinley Park student who recently graduated high school and his grandmother.
Tinley Park is not far away from where Mrs. Famine is from in the Chicagoland area.
How did he get all the way through high school with no social security number?
Team for help. Brower and his grandmother say they've made repeated trips to Social Security offices in the south suburbs for the last 2 years.
Every single time that we go there, they always just delay it. Like, they'll say, like, wait 30 to 90 days, and they'll give us, like, a phone number and all that.
Brower even received this letter in December confirming a recent application. It said you should have your card in about 2 weeks, but that didn't happen.
So you're wondering, where is my social security card?
Yeah, where's my social security number?
Brower also couldn't file for
Someone tell that kid to brush his hair.
College where he wants to study zoology.
Look, I mean, like, I just don't have a social security number or a comb.
I couldn't get the comb because I don't have a social security number.
I wish I could get a job so I could buy a comb. So now I'm doing this interview. So mostly, like, I could get a job so Tim could stop fucking ripping on my hair.
I'm sorry. I turned old this year. I get to complain about kids' hairs.
Yo, I was over there the other day. I was like, I almost said out loud that these kids are too loud. All right, let me calm down. Let me get something to drink. Let me calm down. I must be getting hot. I'm over here bitching about the neighborhood kid. Like, shut up! Stop bouncing that ball.
I don't understand it.
Yo, the neighbor over here was wilding. I don't know what his deal was, but he had a full ass mariachi band in the backyard, Tim. Motherfucker had a bass amp. I'm like, are you for real? I'm like, I'm gonna let somebody else call the cops because it ain't gonna be me. I got headphones.
Animals or deforestation?
It's aggravating. But I'm gonna go until he gets it. I'm not gonna stop.
His grandmother, Janet Brower, has been collecting necessary documents and helping every step of the way.
He wants to get a job and he can't. He gets depressed about it. So do I. And I just
that kid's undocumented. Holman finna get his ass.
I've had some coffee now, so I feel funny.
All right.
He couldn't get it. He can get a job without a social security number. He just has to go to Home Depot.
Right. You're just gonna have to, walk around the neighborhood with a snow shovel.
Yeah.
Walk around the neighborhood with a snow shovel. Like, hey, $15. You know what these little motherfuckers? So I have a small driveway and a small backyard. These little ignorant children was like, yo, I'll do your driveway for $20. I'm like, it's 5 minutes of work.
You get paid $1 per minute.
I'm talking about 3 passes of just pushing the shovel down from the top to the bottom. Would probably clear. I was like, dude, I'll give you $5 if you let me borrow your shovel for a few minutes. Like, get out of here. I would rather rent the shovel from the kid.
I'll give you $5 for the shovel.
I'll lease out the shovel.
Been working to get.
Ooh, while we watch this, can you get us polling data for New York?
Oh, yeah.
Local reaction to the president's actions in Iraq. Our Ariel Akabazi live with what she's finding out. Ariel, what's been the reaction?
And
Especially
for everyone's record, this is from 2 days ago, but I still think it's funny to hear people's reaction from things that are a couple days ago.
from members of Congress so far.
Well, a lot of them, Lisa, are very unhappy with President Trump's decision, especially most of the Democrats. We haven't heard from the Republican representative yet, but as we know...
Yo, Tim, look at this. Hey, I'm voting here.
I'm voting here.
There are
hey, get out of the way. I'm trying to vote here.
A couple hundred at least.
What's the matter? You don't you see I'm trying to vote?
Oregon National Guard members in Iraq and the Middle East right now helping defeat terrorists. While we wait to hear from their families, here's reaction from local lawmakers.
Soon after learning President Trump sent bombers to take out 3 Iranian nuclear facilities,
he did what?
Senator Jeff Merkley posted on social media. He said, quote, another Republican president has taken us into another Middle East war, despite Trump claiming to be a president who would choose.
All right, Jeff Merkley.
Choose peace.
I am looking out at the faces of democracy.
Earlier today, Oregon Senator Ron Wyden spoke at a town hall in Hood River. Many constituents were concerned about this potential for U.S. involvement in Iran.
We want to see a safe place for all Israelis.
Is she a priest?
Yeah, a lady priest.
Bunch of liberals up here in Oregon.
And Palestinians to live.
I'm very concerned about it. That's why I'm using my seat on the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. I can't talk about classified matters, but
his nose and his sinuses are so clogged.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
It's giving him almost like a lisp.
Jeez, man, you just need to get one of them the saline joints. Go crazy. Just start spraying. Anglican priest.
I've been all over the state making sure that people understand what the stakes are, and unilaterally declaring war is contrary to the Constitution.
Oregon has hundreds of soldiers in the Middle East right now. More than 200 National Guardsmen and women deployed last fall to Iraq and Syria. They're still there, part of a year-long mission. Congresswoman Andrea Salinas also posted to social media saying Donald Trump's decision to attack Iran is unauthorized and unconstitutional. Any future involvement.
Oh yeah. We missed it. I forgot. This was the funny part too. Let me go back to here.
And tonight we've been working to get local reaction to the president's actions in Iraq.
And no, like I heard it the first time and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do we time loop?
They're too used to saying Iraq and not Iran.
She's from a certain generation.
The president's actions in Iraq are.
No, that was the last. This time, same-ish thing.
Have you seen the video of Bernie Sanders learning about this shit at a rally?
Yes, we played it on the show.
Oh, okay.
In our live coverage, what was that, Saturday night or whatever?
Oh yeah, the big show,
the crazy show,
the show that everyone watched. So I got polling data for New York City for you.
Okay, what you got?
So the New York Times is sort of doing a 538 type thing where they just got a bunch of polls together, and it looks like the last poll had Andrew Cuomo at 38%. Zorhan, how do you say his last name?
Mamdani
at 19%. Brad Lander at 8%, and Adrini Adams at 9%.
Okay.
And like we explained yesterday on Stateside, New York City has early voting, so they've been voting since June 12th. and they also have ranked choice voting, which means that you rank the candidates in order of how much you like them. And then if nobody gets to 50% on the first rounds of ballots, then the candidate with the least number of votes gets kicked out, and all of the people who voted for them, they go to like their second choice on the ballot. And it goes until somebody gets 50% or more. It doesn't look like anyone's going to hit 50% on this first ballot. Yeah, so it really, I saw that two of the candidates were running sort of together. They were endorsing each other for like someone's number 1 and number 2, which is a common strategy with ranked choice voting. It encourages candidates to run more positive campaigns.
Right.
So that you
Build
can get
coalitions.
like the number 2 spot. Yeah. We'll see. New York City, last time they did this, it was awful. I actually found out that the last time they did ranked choice voting, they released results early, and they released results of sample ballots, not the actual ballots. So they don't have a great history with this, so hopefully this one will go a lot better than the 2020 primary that they ran.
Sounds suspiciously like a form of proportional representation.
God, I wish we had a mixed member proportional system. That would be so great. The first past the post system is so balls. It doesn't allow for anything other than 2 parties. It's just so shitty.
You know what would be really shitty, Tim? Is if you're driving down the road and this happened. This happened.
Oh shit. What is going on there? Is it an earthquake?
Look at that.
That guy's like, oh, all right.
4-wheel drive, baby.
Big speed bump.
I have a couple of questions here. I'm gonna just let this. I think it plays a little bit longer. Yeah, you see the whoa.
That looks like it's out of like an old cop movie.
The very wily coyote of this car.
He got some air, damn.
Yes, he definitely cleared all 4 tires. Here's my question. How the fuck did this guy know to fucking point the camera right there?
Conspiracy.
How did he did that with his brain? He must have. He must have.
Does he have telekinesis? Or does he have power over? Is he an earthbender?
I don't know. But I know he should not have known where to point the friggin' camera so that he would perfectly catch this fucking car airborne.
That's a pretty good shot of the car going airborne too.
I mean, look, he's already looking. There's the explosion. It's probably
the dude's got fucking whiplash from that shit.
Oh yeah, his fucking neck is done for the day.
I like how the other one's like, oh, all right, well, I guess we'll slow down. But that first car just fucking General Lee's it. Look at that shit. Duke's a hazard over there.
Fucking Mario Kart. You hit the little arrows, the 3 arrows on the floor. Yeah.
You got the boost.
Yeah. Got a drift boost. I want to play the new Mario Kart, but I do not want to pay $450 for the new Switch.
Yeah, I'm not getting a new Switch. I'm perfectly fine with the Switch that I have.
Yeah, I have a perfectly good Switch that I don't play.
Yeah, exactly. Except for to play Mario Party endlessly.
Joining us, I'm Wendy Ryan, and Tampa Bay tonight.
Oh, we're going to Florida. You'll never guess.
I don't want to. It's too hot there. It's too hot here.
Wait. Fucking Christy says his spine was ejected through his skull. Like when a spring goes rogue, just ping. Good thing he had a sunroof because that bitch is gone.
I mean, if he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, his spine exploded on impact.
Oh, dude, if he was like unbuckled and you just like go in the air, and then good time.
I like how she was like, here, you hold this microphone.
ABC Action News has learned a Largo firefighter is on administrative leave pending an investigation into his behavior at a no.
What do you think he did?
Oh, man, a firefighter got suspended. Let's see. It's either he set something on fire, right? Because you're not supposed to do that as a firefighter.
Plot twist. I started the fire.
Or he did something incredibly racist.
What? Why would you... Chat, you guess. I will give it another here. Let's do a little.
From Universal Studios Hollywood.
Those are my guesses. He committed arson or he's a racist.
I don't have no racist clips on here. But I do have this.
I'm gonna need you to be drug tested.
No Kings rally this past weekend. ABC Action News reporter Annette Gutierrez is looking into this video she received from that same rally in the Bay Area and why that incident is now under investigation.
Photos of this man were circling on social media with some people saying he is a Largo firefighter. So I reached out to Largo Fire Rescue to confirm, and I learned his name is Brandon Stoffel. He is employed with the agency and is currently on administrative leave pending an investigation. Thousands of people showed up to the No Kings protests held across the Bay Area this past weekend. Brittany Stanley and her wife, Deidre Navarro, attended the rally in Largo, where they said it was
They're very cute.
mainly peaceful for about 4 hours. Then they said a group showed up and tried to start fights and call them derogatory names.
They were just, I mean, I couldn't even just dropping all kinds of expletives, trying to shoulder check people.
They said this man started
Shoulder
yelling at
checking
them and
people.
making threats.
It was really threatening. I mean, like, you know, I backed up because I didn't want anything to happen to me because these guys, I could feel the anger coming off of them.
So these are a couple of like clearly 5'4", 5'2" lesbian married couple. And here comes this big ass firefighter. I'm going to start intimidating them and bullying them. Brother, come to the hood. Come to the hood. I have been waiting for MAGA to come to the hood. Come to the hood. Go mess with the 5'4", 5'5", 16-year-olds with Uzis. Go bully them. Go bully a hard target. But no, let me go after the fucking rainbow-haired people at the No Kings Pride Parade. Like, come on, bro. You're not tough, homie.
Didn't want anything to happen to me because these guys, I could feel the anger coming off of them.
Through the Largo Fire Rescue Department, I was able to identify this
Both of them motherfuckers smell like Axe body spray. I can smell it from here.
man as Brandon Stoffel. Stoffel's friend, who protested alongside him at the St. Pete, Largo, and Tampa rallies, shared these videos with me. Now, someone shared a video with me where you can hear Stoffel using a slur against the LGBTQ+ community.
Called it.
But the friend who recorded it wouldn't give us permission to use it in our story.
That makes me incredibly uncomfortable. If I call 911 and you get sent, are you going to not do your job because I have a pride flag in my window? Or I live in a mobile home park full of Spanish people? That's insane.
If you hate immigrants, gay people, Black people, who are you protecting?
In an emailed statement, the
White people.
Yeah, white people. Yeah.
I thought it was.
It's pretty obvious.
They're white supremacists, you see. They only care about white people.
City of Largo and the Fire Rescue Department said it is aware of the video and said, quote, "We take this matter seriously and are actively working with the city leadership and appropriate departments to investigate this situation. As a public service organization, the city is committed to upholding the highest standards of integrity, equity, and professionalism," end quote.
I just think that our first responders really need to be morally and ethically good people. We need to hold our first responders to a higher regard.
In its statement, Largo Fire Rescue added it is following due process and reviewing the facts to ensure accountability. But in the meantime, Stoffel is on administrative leave. I also tried getting a statement from Stoffel through his friend, but he declined to comment.
Oh, the big, tough, scary man is scared of the news people. I don't want everybody to see that I was calling everybody the F slur over and over again on camera. if you go on TikTok, you can find the video.
Yeah.
You know. But I guess it's not just the cops, the firefighters too. Now for the big news. Tim.
Tonight on the future of
they're here.
Everything. We've got some new UAP video from filmmaker and journalist Jeremy Corbell, who is standing by to break it all down. But first, here's a little bit of a closer look. This is a freeze frame. This is with some boosted contrast of what appears to be.
Okay, so here we're gonna turn this into a little bit of a game. Hi, I am Mikey Tim, and I will be your esteemed. Oh, I have a mic. I will be your esteemed host for this game show, and this game show is called "What is this an actual picture of?" And spot the obvious lie. Like, I knew what this footage was within 15 seconds. First person to guesses it gets a gold star.
A disc-shaped object captured back in 2020, possibly somewhere over Afghanistan, Pakistan, the border there. Roll the video here. Jeremy says that this was filmed by some sort of DOD asset and forward-looking infrared shot from above looking down, and was, according to Corbell, the U.S. Air Force describing this object as possibly navigating through the clouds. There's no heat signature that you can see here. Nothing you would expect for a normal aircraft as it dips its way through. We're told the Pentagon logged it as a UAP, but so far it has not appeared on the Aero public list, that office tracking this stuff, whose official
So it didn't show up on any of the other UAP lists, huh?
It's a large pie dish.
Someone has thrown a frisbee really high, and it is hidden updraft.
Response to our request for comment was, quote, "We have nothing to offer." So Jeremy Corbell is the host.
Who the hell? Smudge on the lens. Ban that motherfucker from the chat.
Host of the podcast. He joins us on set.
Don't ban him, please. It takes us. We really don't remember how to unban people, and it takes a while.
Jeremy, good to see you. Welcome back.
Good to see you, man.
All right. So getting into this, navigating through the clouds. Like, I hate to even bring this up, but that sounds a lot like Jordan Peele wrote it in Nope, right? That's what we saw a little bit in Nope. What's going on here? What are we looking at?
Yeah. So for a couple years of investigating this footage, right, making sure it's authentic, where it came from, that was the running joke.
Yeah, that's why it's fucking blown out to Jesus. It is I mean, they have added some fucking effects and filters.
Was that it looks like the movie. No, what we're seeing here that's different than ever before. You know that I've obtained and released with George Knapp thermal.
This man went out and got a haircut, took a shower and everything to get on TV and lie about this fucking video. But here we go.
Videos of UAP. Now, our government has admitted some of what we.
He is very dapper.
They've admitted their UAP.
That's how they get you. They're here.
I'll tell you this. I'm not saying it. That was in the original footage. It says UAP navigating through clouds. They called it a disc. I'm not even calling it a disc. But what you're seeing is first shape. I have never seen in all UFO history, when it comes out of military, an actual circular form. It was amazing to me. The second is the movement. When you see it make an abrupt turn from your left to your right when you're watching it. And the third thing that really was astonishing to me, this isn't.
I like how they're showing a clip of it not there.
Thermal. There is no heat signature of traditional propulsion. It is a
when you throw the frisbee, it's not generating heat.
Maybe it's an orb. I don't know, but I do know this. Our Air Force passively captured it. Then they said that this is a UAP. It is still designated a UAP. So when George and I obtain and release these, it's so the public can see. We're hoping to do a little bit of the job that we're not seeing with folks from Aero.
And now, it does say AI enhanced. There, it looks like there's some artifacting around it. What is the actual
artifacting around it? What?
Yo,
no.
Is he just like using AI to generate fucking UFOs?
No.
Full video, and what is possible artifacts from trying to boost the contracts and see what's going on here?
So
why you got to boost the contrast? Why?
We did an analysis of the video, but what I did was make sure to put out the original things that George and Knapp and I obtained. So you see it clearly says video 1, video 2, video 3. Our own government, because they've been studying this in the intelligence community, since 2020. They did a sort of rudimentary, I would say.
Okay. Let's see. Are there any good guesses? Let's scan the chat here, because I think most people know already. Landon probably knows already. Sky Goatsy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was right. So
what'd you say it was?
I said it was a smudge on the lens.
Smudge on the lens. Smudge on the lens from Tim. I think, in my expert opinion, this is eclipse footage.
No,
it's eclipse footage that they totally fucked up. And I went back and looked at the fucking eclipse calendar, because we keep track of these things. And they have a big, awesome map. And guess what happened 6 months before this? There was an eclipse in that area. So I'm guessing that they got some non-fully, what's it called? Not in the path of 100% totality, not in the path of totality eclipse footage, and they fucking marred it to beje. I mean, this is some of the most impossible to see footage I have ever, like, this is like Bigfoot levels of blurry. Like, dude, these are clouds. Clouds are like at least like a mile and a half up. They move very slowly. This motherfucker, you can't even see the clouds. It's so fucking processed.
Kind of highlight or enhancement of it. And that's why you see like a white ring around it.
It's 2020 enhancement. This is like pre-ChatGPT, pre-AI revolution here.
So what?
See, there's the eclipse.
We did was
like, that's the sun and the, oh, let me go back. Like, that is an eclipse. That is the little fucking, you can see the corona poking out outside of the silhouette. Like, but they just lie and say it's from above looking down. It's like, no, bitch, that is a fucking eclipse through clouds. Like, get out of here.
It's like pre-ChatGPT.
No, we're chasing it with the cameras. Like, no, the camera's not moving, dog.
Pre-AI revolution here.
So what we did was we went in there just so people could see it better. We make it very clear, AI enhanced, because it changes the shape. It's a perfect sphere or a perfect circle, depending on angle of observation when you watch it. So
that's looking up at the eclipse.
This guy is just like, he's either lying or dumb, right?
Or a mix thereof. Oh my goodness. The cat is inside the hangout with the kiddo, and she's like, good kitty. He's over here like, oh, good. I have my own little table.
Is she like going to go with mice and men on the cat, or like?
Well, I warned him.
What we did was heighten contrast, and we also made sure that you could see as it goes into the clouds. We punched in. So the military videos are the ones that are black and white. The ones that we tried to enhance so people could just see a little bit better of shape and movement is kind of more blue.
And it's circular, and this is looking down at Earth, so you're looking at the clouds. Like, is there a
I'm here back finally, and I'm Freedom from Religion Action Fund's current secularist of the week. Congratulations!
Wow, fancy.
Fanfare for the man.
chance that this is just a balloon?
Right. So if you look at the movement and you look at wind, and this is why we put it out to the detectives online, but our military doesn't think so. Our military called it a disc. Our intelligence.
Have you never seen an eclipse before, Mr. Alien Man?
Boy.
Like, dude, go. And I knew Landon would know because that's how I knew me and Landon would be friends. He was talking about solar eclipses, and then I saw solar eclipse, and then I was like, oh my God, and then this happened, and oh my God, and then this. Once you've seen one, you know exactly what they look like. This is a fucking eclipse footage.
This community has been at this since 2020. Now, look, when assets like this get out to journalists like me and George, we're not experts at this, but we know and can report that our military calls this UAP, like every piece of footage we've put out. It's fascinating, man. And I think this rides on a much bigger and more important topic, which is that there are whistleblowers, and there are 3 who have confirmed to me, firsthand whistleblowers, that they will testify under oath publicly at Congress. Congress needs to respond to this video. It is time for them to respond to this, because I have people that are willing to testify at the next congressional hearing on UAP.
Yeah, whether people like it or not, I mean, you have become the conduit for so many of these videos here. The military.
There we go. Correction, 2020, June 21, annular eclipse from the ground through clouds. Thank you. So it's not 6 months, like 5 months, 3 months earlier.
Terry, to us, the DOD is like, we have nothing to offer on this.
Yep. You pulled up the same eclipse tracker I probably did, Landon. Like, I was just like, yep, what do you know? Over the exact same area, there was
we don't see it on the Arrow website. What part of this would be classified? Like, why wouldn't this be listed?
I am not qualified to assess that kind of answer. I don't.
Because it's the friggin' moon and the sun, you big friggin' idiot. God damn it. Pissing me off. I tried to play it cool for as long as I could, but they're so dumb. You know what? I need to.
Big political news reverberating across the state this Monday. Governor Abbott vetoed Senate Bill 3 with just minutes to go before the deadline to do that last night. This is the bill that would have banned all products with THC in them. The veto is especially significant because this was a top priority for fellow Republican Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. And Patrick had some strong words about the governor's action today. We'll let you hear that in just a moment. But first, let's get you up to speed on exactly what happened. Governor Abbott vetoed the bill about 11:30 last night. The deadline for vetoes was midnight. And what's unusual is that Abbott stayed quiet on this issue for most of the last few months while lawmakers were in Austin. The governor did face political pressure from both sides to act. On one side, you had 105 Republicans backing the THC ban. On the other side, businesses said thousands of jobs would be lost here in Texas. And some military veterans even said they need the THC products to help cope with PTSD. So here's what the governor wants to do now. He wants lawmakers to return to the Capitol in 1 month, July 21st, and narrow.
He was doing like one of these. I was like, if you take a fucking swipe at that baby, you're fucking cooked, buddy. You're cooked.
Narrow that ban down. Not so broad, he said. Abbott said that legislators could prevent sales and marketing of these THC products to anyone under the age of 21 and also require those products to be tested during the process and manufacturing stage as well. But the politics of all this, that's what's so stunning this afternoon. Governor Abbott shut down one of Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick's top political priorities. And this afternoon, Patrick sounded both defiant and frustrated.
It puzzles me.
Hot Wheels got him.
Why my friend, Greg Abbott, Governor Abbott, would at the last minute, at about 22 minutes after 11, decide to veto this bill. I know he gave the reasons in his proclamation, but
I was going to pass your bill, but then I got high. Ooh.
Our team simply doesn't agree with those reasons, and we'll talk through that. In reading the proclamation, one can only come to this conclusion, which surprises me. The governor of the state of Texas wants to legalize recreational marijuana in Texas.
Bum, bum, bum.
In Texas.
Not in Tejas. Anywhere but Tejas. The people might actually calm down.
The headline, folks. The last time I talked to the governor in the Capitol before session, he said, don't worry about the bill.
Because I'm a veto it, bitch.
He said, don't worry about it. It's vetoed already. Chill.
He said, your bill is fine.
It's
I just don't like it.
It's coming right back to you.
That's what he told me in front of witnesses. In fact, he asked a couple of lawyers of my staff, he said, can you give me some answers I can give? Because when I sign this, I need some answers to give. So what happened? Who convinced him? On his staff, from the outside?
Somebody rolled up like, yo, man, before you ban this shit, hit this one time.
Yeah, someone came up like, yo, man, just try it first.
Just hit it one time.
Just try it. You might like it.
I bet you won't be mad no more.
First taste is free.
Ain't you hot? Don't you want to relax? Look, hit this. We finna hit the lazy river. Come on.
Gonna go hit the lazy river.
To kill Senate Bill.
Yo, dude, to fucking smoke a fat blunt on a lazy river on a partly cloudy day with some lemonade. Ooh.
3. And we'll work with the governor. We'll see what happens.
He is beside himself.
Yeah, he seems very upset. He's saying it in the nicest way. He should slip in that motherfucker.
Bless your heart.
Bless his heart.
Hot wheeling motherfucker.
And look, we'll work with the governor. We'll see what happens in the special session. But where has he been all session?
How you
Getting
gonna do me
high.
like this? Why
I
you
mean,
do
we
me
get this
like
proclamation from him last night after midnight.
He was getting high. And then he's like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Parachutes in at the last.
Joe Rogan was like, "Hey, come here. Let me put my arm around your neck. Come here. Let me."
You've been
hit
hanging
this
out
shit."
with Joe Rogan and Bill Maher too much.
Last moment, I'm stunned that he wants to legalize marijuana in the state of Texas. So I'm not having a bad day. Texas is having a bad day because if we become...
I'm not having a bad day. You're having a bad day.
I'm not upset. You're upset.
Oregon or Colorado on products that we cannot possibly test in 8,000 or 9,000 locations with a small law enforcement.
You need to smoke right now.
Yeah, man. Listen.
We can't test all this weed.
Law enforcement isn't the group that's doing the testing. It's the health departments. It's how they do it in Connecticut.
It's food.
They
It's
get a
food
health
product.
inspection, just like any other place that sells food products.
You don't have no problem with them growing tobacco, though.
Yeah.
We have doing their best. You can hit one here, one there.
There you go, progress. Dude's afraid of regulation. Isn't he a Republican? This is like, y'all should be horny for this. And it's like free money. Like, I don't know if Texas is gonna, that's probably what Abbott realized. Illinois ran out of fucking weed. As soon as they made that shit legal, we smoked up everything in all the dispensaries, grabbed all the tinctures, the fucking, the pomades, all the little weird shit they got. We bought all of it. The pills, the gummies, all chocolate bars. We bought all that shit. We ran out.
He's going to allow them to sell
with a 30% tax on it.
Right. The 0.3. The 0.3%, which is in federal law. That's what his proclamation says. So why doesn't he just come out? I hope he'll make a statement today and say, yes, the lieutenant governor is right. I am for legalizing marijuana for adults in the state of Texas.
Ooh, they're fighting. They're fighting.
Ooh.
I think the girls are fighting.
And the girls are fighting, aren't they?
Talked yesterday, and we had a very amiable discussion. Look, I'm not mad at the governor. I'm not mad at the governor.
He saw the headlights behind him. He's like, that's not supposed to be there.
Texas.
I look back at the headlights. I'm like, that's not supposed to be there.
One of the biggest groups, you guys may not believe this, one of the biggest groups that came out in support of the THC was the veterans. The veterans like, yo, I don't want to be on barbiturates and mind-altering drugs. Let me just smoke some weed. It helps with my PTSD. Like, I find that this works best for me to reduce my anxiety in situations and to get me off of the ledge, so to speak. No, they're fine. No, they're fine. No, they're not fine. And if you're not going to give them a fucking VA, you're going to cut all their funding, you better let them fucking roll a joint. Or fucking hit the bong or some fucking, I mean, soldiers with amputated legs who say, hey man, can I smoke weed? And you're like, no, that's bad for you. Like, you sound so dumb. Like, these people are blown to smithereens. And you're like, that's bad for your health. Shut up. You didn't go over there. You stayed your ass here. So shut the fuck up. Let them have whatever they want. They want to do fucking anything. I'm like Amsterdam. Just have the ambulance ready.
Yeah.
Mikey, you hit the nail on the head. It's the pharmaceutical companies that are opposed to legitimate legalizing cannabis. Yep. And the paper industry, actually, because there's a lot of good, let's give out opiates instead. Exactly. There's a lot of very useful hemp products that you can make. But they said, no, it's federally banned. You can't grow hemp. The whole town will be high from the grass, from the plant not being lit on fire. This is their voices, by the way. Exact recreation.
Back in my day, this all used to be orange groves, far as the eye can see.
All right, let me see if I can find the Trump F-bomb.
Ah, yes. President Trump. He's going to get a Nobel Peace Prize, you know.
Here, let's check it out.
Straight to a Fox News alert. President Trump says he's unhappy with both.
We're going to Fox News, baby.
Israel and Iran, saying both nations violated their bilateral ceasefire agreement.
The president warning Israel.
Is that a female pilot?
I don't know what's going on over there. That's DEI.
She better. That's her last day.
That any military.
Stephen Miller gonna crawl out from the underside of the helicopter. Is that a woman? Is that a woman?
like fucking Cape Fear.
There's a woman.
Action will go against.
He's a fucking Ferengi, is what
He
Miller
is a Ferengi.
Fucking Ferengi. Photoshop department, get on that shit. I want Stephen Miller as a Ferengi.
Against the deal after a senior Israeli official told Fox.
Or I want a picture of him with Ferengi teeth.
Quoting the rules of acquisition.
Fox News.
You clothe your females? How barbaric.
They will have to retaliate with force against Iran's missiles.
So the president right now is heading to the Netherlands to meet with NATO leaders. Here's what he said right before he left. Watch.
I don't think so, but I'm not happy that Israel's going out now. There was one rocket that I guess was fired overboard. It was after the time limit, and I love Tesla.
What the fuck?
Missed its target. And now Israel's going out. These guys got to calm down. Ridiculous. Oh, you want to respond at the ceasefire? I didn't like plenty of things I saw yesterday. I didn't like the fact that Israel unloaded right after we made the deal.
What? There is no, because
he doesn't know anything about the timetables of his own fucking ceasefire.
Nah, dog, because Israel is scared of Trump and they're going to listen to him, right? Just like Russia. He said, Russia, don't you send no more bombs over there, and you better not do nothing. And then while he was saying that out loud, they were still bombing shit.
They didn't have to unload. And I didn't like the fact that the retaliation was very strong.
Has he not? I mean, this is a dumb question. I think he's just now figuring out what foreign policy actually is.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I said this to this group, and then they did something different. And then I said this to this group, and then they did something different. It's like, yes.
You know,
yes.
If he didn't fire everyone at the State Department and give Marco Rubio 10,000 jobs, he wouldn't have to do this himself.
Marco would have took care of it, but he was busy doing 17 other things at the White House.
But in all fairness,
this is supposed to be the job of the U.S. State Department to negotiate these sort of things, and like Trump has to do everything himself. So I'm not surprised that he's pissed that both Israel and Iran violated his fucking truce that he cobbled together. Who's holding them to it? Trump?
Nobody. Literally no one. Christy says that female Air Force officer is about to be busted down to lowest rank and sent to the remote house. Yeah, have fun in Juneau. You're going to our base at the South Pole. Chrissy, they're gonna have to fly her out. Yeah, you know, just you can just stay here. Bye. And Gina threatened us, saying, if the F-bomb doesn't make the soundboard, I'm unsubscribing. I got the button ready. Fine, Gina, you don't have to yell at me.
Israel unloaded a lot, and now I hear Israel just went out because they felt it was violated by one rocket that didn't land anywhere. That's not what we want, I'll tell you, and I'm telling you, I'm not happy about that, Israel, either.
I just recorded something for nothing.
All I do is play both sides. I'm going now, as you know, to NATO. Some of you are going with me, and I think it's going to be successful. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Why don't they turn off the fucking helicopter? He's already there. Power it down, man.
Emailing can be the agreement. If the new God in the Middle East sanctioned the agreement you managed to achieve. What are your future plans for the region, for Saudi Arabia, Israel, Gaza, be hostages?
Look, you're asking me about women in the Middle East. It's getting a lot better. Things are happening at a...
So is he going to bomb Israel now? Israel doesn't even know.
High level. As you know, Saudi Arabia has done a really good job. It's coming out far faster than I thought. So we're very happy about what's happening with women in the Middle East.
No, I'm talking about the a new zone in the Middle East that you managed to achieve last night. It's in, the region is going to a new place.
He's looking very pale. Maybe he didn't apply his orange top coat.
This is because he's in natural light and not artificial light.
Agreements. Can you talk what the super plan for Gaza with the hostages?
It's a new dawn. I appreciate the question. You're very nice. Who are you?
Thank you. I'm Naria Cross, an Israeli tunnel years.
Well, we have to have Israel calm down because they went on a mission this morning. I got to get Israel to calm down now.
Did you get to speak with Prime Minister? Did you talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu last night?
I think everybody.
This is the worst presser ever. It's noisy. He can't hear them. They can't hear the answer. Like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
Why do they do this? Ooh. Choppers need to run to oil up and cool down parts. You can't just switch them off and walk away. And they don't leave it there. It flies in and out as needed. They're likely waiting to depart. Well, then fucking don't answer questions until it's gone. Let it leave. It probably doesn't take that long, 5 minutes. And then let it leave.
He likes answering questions at non-standard times. That's what's going on.
You know, both sides not to violate the ceasefire, but reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So I think they both violated it. I don't think I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this.
What do you mean rein people back? This isn't just like random. Talking about. This is like random dude like Joe down the street has a fucking F-15 and then he just like sometimes bombs other countries. Like that is not
morning at all. And I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it. Okay.
How confident are you
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those B-2 pilots did an unbelievable job. And, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all.
Ooh, Fox got your ass. You're not much better.
Fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit.
What's wrong with his voice? He's yelling. That turbine is running in the background, and I think whatever software they're using to capture to like cancel out some of that stuff is making him sound a bit robotic.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
You don't believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things. And that.
Oh man, but if the moon was out, that bunker buster would have totally missed.
Does he not understand how precision guided munitions work? That they don't work by fucking sunlight.
They have a solar panel.
He's like, oh, it was dark and there was no moon, so they don't have infrared technology at all, or night vision, or any of that stuff. And the B-2 bombers.
Well, that's the beauty of a bunker buster, right? Shoot at it if you want to. a little refresher in physics will remind you that a 35,000-pound thing going Mach 3 is not going to really be deterred if you try to shoot at it. Doesn't matter what you got. Doesn't matter.
Place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real ugly.
Ooh, a little slurry there, buddy.
Real.
I might keep that too.
Are real losers. You really are. You're real ugly.
Israel says that they violated the peace.
You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people.
I think his teeth are sliding out.
The dentures.
Yeah, I think they're sliding. Like he's trying to yell over the thing. So he's got to put more air behind it. And he's starting to shift them around in there. He's starting to shift.
That run it, nobody even knows there's been.
That's what I'm talking about. We talk about all these bombs. Where's the F-bomb?
Told so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Says that Iran violated the peace agreement, the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to cease?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel was committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that.
This Mike's in a better position.
Yeah.
You know what we have?
Or I think his body might be blocking the turbine noise.
They basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
There it is.
Wow.
Hold on. I got to get it for the soundboard, or else Gina will kill me.
That they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Wow. And that's what a lot of people are talking
about. While I get that on the board, thoughts, Mr. Tim?
Yeah, it's pretty rambling from the president. He doesn't know where he is or why he's there. But he seems to be very upset that both Iran and Israel continued firing at each other because the ceasefire didn't go into effect yet.
Don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
I don't know why he's got to keep going after like news media like that. Like, I understand that's like his old fascist thing or whatever, but it's really like, come on. Like, you don't, CNN is already dunking on themselves. You don't got to go after CNN.
You really are. You're real ugly.
Really, the real losers.
You really are. You're real ugly.
It's so time to invoke the 25th Amendment.
Like,
this
if
dude
we're ever going to use it, like, now is the time.
The dude can barely make it through a couple of questions without slurring his words like he's fucking drunk. And we know he doesn't drink. He's just too old. He's just too old.
He wasn't really playing with a full deck in the first place. But that's good.
I don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
It's just time, guys. Congress, it's time to invoke the 25th Amendment. Get the cabinet together. You know, here's the problem: is the cabinet is full of sycophants, and those people would never.
And I think they don't even know how to like stand up to him, because there is a way, right? Like, he can be swayed and he can be cajoled. Like, Stephen Miller's been handling him. Bannon's been handling him. Netanyahu's been handling him. Like, he can be directed and steered. But these motherfuckers are so afraid of him that they don't even know how to push back.
I mean, he kind of stopped doing those cabinet meetings, but those cabinet meetings were just person after person saying, Donald Trump, you're so great.
Wow, you are so awesome.
Your leadership is so great, and we love you so much.
I am so excited for us to be awesome together, me and you.
And then they would all do a certain salute that we can't talk about, and you know, we'd move on with our days. But Yeah, man. I can't think of anyone on that cabinet who would actually like sign on to the 25th Amendment clause. Like, you're not going to get Pete Hegseth to do it. You're not going to get RFK to do it. Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
Any of the I mean, maybe the generals, who knows? But like, none of these people are just going to be like, "Oh yeah, it's time. He's way out there on this one. We got to really get him out of here." Like Vance isn't, well, maybe Vance. I don't know if Vance is ambitious enough to do it.
I don't think so. He wouldn't know what to do with it.
I don't think he would know what to do with it either. Like, he would be president, but does he really want to be president? Because, like, he's pretty shitty at vice president. And vice president's a nothing job.
Like, I'm not sure he has any motivations.
Besides money, I don't know what he does.
You know, like, I'm not sure that he is actually after any one thing.
White supremacy.
Yeah. But he's got an Indian wife. But
that's true. But like,
him and what's his face are gonna run in 2028. Him and Vivek.
Oh yeah.
They're besties. Tim, I almost cried yesterday.
Oh no.
This is for a good reason. Because it's here. It's up. It's here. It's here. It's up. The Vera Rubin Observatory is up. So what is this thing? Oh, it's just, just a new telescope, no big deal. It is the largest camera in the history of cameras. Let's see if I can find the ever. They had their presentation yesterday. Here we go. So this is looking at the camera. The Department of Energy LSST camera, largest camera in the world, 3,200 megapixels.
That's a lot of megapixels.
So each exposure is 400 4K screens.
Wow.
It is unbelievably cool shit. We have never had anything like this. And I know Landon is over there like, yes, I told you. and we'll have to have you come back on and break down some of the images. But we got like the first wave of shit out. Yes. I've been trying to learn more about her. The Vera Rubin telescope is amazing and is named after an amazing person, Vera C. Rubin. Oh my God. Like,
let's now look quickly at the LSST camera. This big, beautiful camera is already in the Guinness Book of Records as the largest astronomical camera ever made. It makes huge images. As we just heard, just one Rubin image covers sky area equal to 45 full moons with its 3,200 megapixels.
I'm listening to
zero.
But that many pixels makes it very hard to display such an image. This is more pixels than the human eyes, your eyes, my eyes, can see. And this is the main reason why we could not show you the entire image right away, but only this small image shown in the bottom right.
What's that? Space, the final frontier. Mikey, you're muted.
Sorry, the dog was barking. So if you look, let's see right here. These are not stars, these are galaxies.
Wow.
So all of these, like the stars would be inside these guys. So as we pan around here, like the stars are usually in the forefront and you can see their little crisscross there. Oh my God. Woo, yes. You can kind of see how big these like this is one image. So the level of detail that they're getting is unparalleled. And the plan here is they're going to map the entire southern sky over the course of 10 years. And with these digital images, Tim, they're making a fucking movie. I want to see the time-lapse video of the universe right now. Right now. I do not have 10 years to wait. I may not make it. So let's take a look at some of the nebulae. And correct me if they're going to zoom in. And correct me if I'm wrong, Landon. It looks like you can see some star formation going on in there. You see some people turning on. Some engines are cooking for the first time. Not sure what you're barking at, dog, but shut the hell up. Like this is on, and they did this in 3 or 5 hours, which would normally take days and days and days. So they're going to be pumping these out every night for the next 10 years.
Wow.
Oh, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. And I dropped it in the chat already, but you guys should definitely go scroll through the images of them building this thing. It's unbelievable. And the cool thing is, so once they have like, you know, this big protracted image, right? Well, the stars move, but it's kind of slow. But the asteroids and everything else that's smaller than that move a lot quicker. So what you can do is you can take that still image, cancel out all of the still stuff that you already know where it is, and it can give you a really good way of tracking asteroids. So they are predicting that they're going to find millions of asteroids and near Earth objects. So all of those are asteroids. All of those. Just scooting around out there. But they're very dim. They don't reflect light very well. Look at all these guys. Look at this thing's been on for a day. Look at all this shit. Look at all the shit we're finding. Asteroids found by a set of 10 images. Yes. And this I mean, look, now we can track orbits. Now we can figure out what's going on. Now we don't have to worry about something jeez. So they're up to 2104 asteroids discovered on night 7. And that's just in the little slice that it's looking through. So as we go around the sun and we kind of go through the rest of our orbit, they're going to be able to map all of that. Like, this is incredible. Like, we have 4, like, uber 4K video camera pointed up at space for the next 10 years. And we're going to have so much data. We're going to be able to, I predict, we're going to have some good ideas about dark matter. I feel like dark matter is going to get some nice, because I mean, once you are able to see a video of the deep space, you can kind of see the wobbling of shit going on. We weren't able to do it before, but we're able to. We might solve the universe, Tim. We're there. We've made it. Or we'll find the aliens and we can be like, can you please come get these fucking Republicans? Please.
No, I'm pretty sure like the aliens will be like, nah, we're not. Like some Star Trek Prime Directive shit. Like, we're not interfering in your nonsense.
Complete pull over. Because when we find them. Oh, my laptop is named after Verity Rubin. She was an amazing astronomer for whom this amazing telescope is well named. Yes. As long as Elon doesn't get it. No, this is actual science. Elon wouldn't know nothing about that.
Nah, Elon doesn't know shit about shit.
He just knows how to blow shit up.
I was watching. Elon has been on a bunch of like shows and whatnot, just like regular sitcoms and like Rick and Morty, and I saw him on an episode of Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that doesn't age well. Like, one of the characters is like swooning over Elon Musk, and it's like, he's not, your character is smarter than Elon Musk is in reality. So you should be like, Elon, you're a dummy. You're a big old dumb guy who doesn't do anything. But none of the Elon, like even like the he was in Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3. Like, none of those appearances hold up very well nowadays because he's an asshole. And he's proven he doesn't know anything. So he's not going to be the next Tony Stark. Because Tony Stark is a smart person. Elon Musk is not.
One of the smartest in the MCU.
Right. Like, the character Tony Stark is literally a genius.
Yes.
Elon Musk is literally a character.
Literally a thief.
Like, that's all he does. He buys companies or becomes partners in companies, makes them, put him as a founding member or a partner, like, on their fucking masthead, and then is like, yeah, no, I invented electric cars. I invented the technology for SpaceX, not NASA in the 60s. And I listen, guys, we're going to have fully autonomous driving cars in the next 6 months.
Is the free beer tomorrow? I think
yes,
is what the sign says. Oh, well, there. Oh, we got one more clip. But I'm probably gonna go watch those videos for like another 20 minutes.
The space pictures were cool.
It's so cool. Like, I downloaded one of them, and I tried to open it like an idiot, and I was like, I will go into Photoshop now. Like, I needed a program to open. It's huge. I think the one image was like 14 gigs.
14 gigs for one image? My God.
Huge. And it's doing that like all night. We're going to be tracking all the shits. All of them. All American badass. Greta letting them know. They got her in the pain compliance where they take your arm and chicken wing you, and then they lift you so you're all chicken winged up. She does not care. Like, I have gamer wrists. You can't be doing my wrists like that.
She's been through it so many times that she's fucking like, yeah, all right, sure, whatever.
She's got calluses on her wrist ligaments.
Whatever you guys are into, that's fine with me.
She better than me. I would have been walking. I would have been like, all right, I'm walking. I'm talking about they tried to blow her up off the boat. She didn't care. She went right back to the protest line. Yeah, anyway, I'm not arrested anymore, right?
You are not alone. You are not alone. You
Hey, Supermander.
You are not alone.
She don't give a fuck.
I mean, that's what you got. When your job is to be an activist. That's what you do. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Are you foot tapping right now? I think you're foot tapping right now. It stopped.
Who's foot tapping?
I heard like a doop, 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 doop.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been some leg shaking. The ADHD is reacting with the coffee.
Last thing. We don't have to watch a video on it. Well, I got the video.
Everyone's worst fear appears to have.
Actually, I'll just do freeze frames of it because.
Is it NBA content? Because
it's NBA content, and they're very picky.
They did not like what we did last time.
Yeah, so I'll just do freeze frames. So it was the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, both teams in the finals for the first time in franchise history. History was going to be made either way. Tyrese Halliburton, star guard for Indiana. I think he hit like 3 or 4 threes in the first quarter.
Oh, this was what, Game 7, right?
Game 7 in the NBA Finals. And
you hate to see it happen.
You can kind of see the moment he tore his Achilles.
Oof. That's an oof. Achilles injuries are rough.
So, and these are like away from contact moves. If you see how his right foot is planted, the heel is down. That means your Achilles wraps around like your little bone spurs in the back of your heel and goes all the way up to your butt and all that stuff. So while it's fully extended, he goes to push off of it. And I think if I play it in slow, I think he's playing it in slow-mo. You can actually see the shockwave of the tendon tearing ripple his clothing. So yeah, he's talking about going that way. He's talking about going that way. A lot of force.
Oh.
And it's just gone.
I've seen these kind of injuries happen to like wrestlers too, and like the Achilles just like folds up like it's a fucking accordion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good 8 to 12 months recovery for an Achilles injury.
Oh, there we go. There's the picture.
Especially if it's like fully torn.
Yeah. So with his heel planted and him reaching out like that, you can see that it was at its full extension. And he was kind of, I think he got 4 points in game 6 because he was kind of babying it. I think it was starting to bother him or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably fraying. And then, yeah, went out there with some fire and passion, immediately tore his Achilles.
Yep.
Team loses.
Oh,
I don't know if they're
rough.
I don't know. Like the despair on his face. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can get. I don't want to like not to make light, but this is the worst. Here we go. Like this is the worst, and he was just pounding the hardwood like no,
Yeah,
no, like not ow, it hurts. He's just like fuck no.
Yeah, why did my body give out on me now?
Damn it.
Yeah.
Right at the summit. So shout out to the Pacers. Played an amazing season, but damn, you hate to see it.
Yeah, you see, and it's tough to see that like in athletes when they get injured and they're like they're putting the burden of their injury on like whether or not the team is going to succeed.
Yeah.
And like especially in professional sports where you're playing for lots of money, the athletes put a lot of extra stress on themselves to not get injured.
Yeah.
And then they get injured. It happens a lot in football because football is a insane sport. American football, not football.
Not football.
Which there are also injuries there too, but like American football is so 110% contact.
Yes.
Like even though they've tightened up the rules on where you can hit people and how you can hit them, there's still injuries, and people blow out their knees and they blow out their Achilles, and they, especially like receivers or running backs, whenever you see those guys get injured, they're so pissed about their injury. They're so upset about it because they know that like they're not going to be able to play the rest of the season. Those are 6 to 12 months injuries.
Woo. Unquiet Badger tore theirs.
Oof.
Sheesh.
And I also see it a lot in like professional wrestlers. Like there was an injury that happened to a wrestler last week. Not even a move that would like actually hurt anyone. She was taking a bump and she put her hands out in front of her and the force of that dislocated her shoulder. Like, she was just taking a front bump and she dislocated her shoulder, and you could see how pissed she was. She's like,
what the
hell? It wasn't even a move. It wasn't even a move. But now she's out for 6 months while she had to have surgery to reattach the ligaments in her shoulder. Like, those are rough injuries.
I may or may not have to go in. I fell down the stairs last year. My leg is still not right.
I don't have anything like crazy lasting injuries. I got an ankle thing, but it's not like, is that bees?
Take a look at this.
Don't bees me.
That is not dirt, and it's not dust. Oh, those are dead mayflies.
Oh, good.
My skin's crawling right now. Well, the insects are on the way, but even though they don't, well, they create some serious.
What state is this? And I'll avoid it forever.
Is getting ready to hit the lakeshore community.
My face is itching so bad.
There they are.
Yeah, everywhere at 5. Stephen Hernandez found that one city is taking a different approach to keep these things at bay.
Blake, bats, hundreds of millions of bats.
Not me.
Had to take some
I would be fleeing
measures
that
last year
state.
to deal with a whole army of mayflies.
At this time last year, we couldn't even step on the sidewalks. Literally, the sidewalks were covered. You were crunching, crunch.
For him and hundreds of others in Port Clinton, getting ready for yearly pest is more of a tradition. First Energy is now gearing up to do their part by turning off streetlights.
It just causes nothing but mayhem throughout the whole town if they don't get the lights turned off in time.
First Energy explains to us.
Yo, they're like, yo, don't turn on the light.
Don't turn off the lights. Maybe they'll move on.
Maybe they'll go to the neighboring town.
Streetlight shutdown is due to a matter of safety because believe it or
Yo, they should just have a really bright light in the town center, attract them, and then the bats will get them.
You put the bright lights on like the outskirts of town.
Yes. Or have a trail of lights go into the ocean and they'll drown. Put a flashlight in the bottom of the lake.
I couldn't do it.
Or not these harm.
If there were so many mayflies I couldn't walk through town, I'd be like, we're moving right now.
We're moving away from this place.
Little bugs.
This place
That's
is
one of the
forsaken.
plagues.
Yeah.
Can make for a dangerous experience behind the wheel.
Their carcasses are oily and they can make roads slick.
Wellman.
Oh my god, fucking slipping on the road from fucking so many of them.
And others have seen what can happen firsthand.
It's like fucking 40K. Fucking Warhammer.
I did not personally slip, but I have seen people out here like, whoa, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can go right through stop signs and stuff if you're not careful. That's why we usually turn the lights off.
The cities of Port Clinton, Marblehead, and Erie Township are participating in the program. The streetlights will go dark after Memorial Day weekend and stay that way until the mayfly hatching season is done. If you plan to drive at night this summer, First Energy is asking you to move with caution.
Be on the lookout for walkers, bikers, people that are.
Yeah, because they ain't got no streetlights. That's crazy.
I'm gonna find out how long mayfly hatching season is. Several months from May through August. No, they're not allowed to have any streetlights in the summer.
They said, "Fuck that! Everybody wear a vest." $10 is good fertilizer. Put a light at the waste processing facility. There you go. Those are free bugs.
Gross.
Or you need to get some fucking diversified wildlife inside your lakes and creeks and ponds.
Yeah,
get rid of your what's your sitting water situation?
What's the natural predator to the mayfly?
Oh, I know this. The dragonfly.
Is it?
Dragonfly larvae are fucking monsters in lakes.
Let's see. Fish, birds, bats, and other insects, including dragonflies. Yeah. Spiders, dragonflies, beetles.
Yo, Tim, he says, question about the says, walkers. Has the Walking Dead prophecy started, or did they mean pedestrians?
No, they meant
walkers, Carl.
They meant White Walkers from Game of Thrones.
Ooh, I like those.
Yeah.
Is it me, or should that like Ark had its own show? Like I am so like they could at this point they could still go back and like put us in a wildling village.
Yep.
And then they fight with the wall and like they have their little
that
tussles,
would be.
But then the ice people are coming in and
Yeah,
just a whole season of ice people, wildlings, and the wall.
That would be a cool like reverse perspective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be down for that. Like just a one season or a one series, depending on if you're a
like
UK
10 episodes.
Yeah, 10 episodes, limited series of the wildlings.
Because they were some of my favorites, except for the incest.
Yeah, I mean that's that's like
incest.
Game of Thrones in general. I think
it was so vulgar. It wasn't dignified like the like the Lannisters. It was just 87 daughters in a fucking.
I always thought that like I watched the show before I read any of the books, so I always thought that HBO was playing up like the nudity and the incest and all that. And I read the first book and I was like, oh wow, that's like it was in the show. I was like, shit. I was like, oh, it's HBO. They're just doing that for the ratings and they don't have any censorship. And nope.
You got Jason Momoa, so of course you're gonna have him stupping somebody. Of course. No, they be doing that.
Yeah, George R. R. Martin, man. You know, and he's never finishing the last book. He said it. He's like, I'm never gonna finish the last book. So
at least he's got goals.
He wants to do other things, but like
finish what you're doing already.
My wife is very upset by that because she has all the books and she read them all, and she's like, we've been waiting for the Winds of Winter forever. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to finish it. He's got like writer's block or some shit.
He needs to go down to Texas, get some weed.
Get some weed from Governor Abbott.
Oh, no. Oh, I'll save this for next time. I'll save it for Thursday. But
what happened?
It's lizard related.
Lizard related?
You'll have to tune in on Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Let's get some soundboards in here. What? Not that one. But yeah, let's get some crowd going. Yeah. Oh, man, I forgot I had this.
That would have been great for the fake UFO thing.
That's a pretty big pop.
It's you.
That is, he's willing to get off.
That is if he's willing to get off the couch.
Ooh, that was when I went through puberty. Honka honka, we're all gonna die. Anyway.
Well, one last thing, Mike. I know we've touched on it very briefly, but it is 1,000,000 fucking degrees in Connecticut right now.
And in New York.
Yeah. It's 102 right now where I am.
That was Sunday for us.
Apparently, in New York City, they're having the hottest day they've had in 11 years.
Global warming is fake, Tim.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it. What global? Huh? It's so fucking hot outside. We
it's 90 today.
We were receiving some a new lawnmower today because my yard is insanely large now, and the guy was explaining how to use it because it's like a riding lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all out there, me, my wife, and the lawnmower guy were out there for like 30 minutes, just sweating our asses off, standing there.
Oh, no.
And he's like, "You're going to have to cut the grass?" I'm like, absolutely not.
Not happening.
It's going in the fucking garage, and I'll figure it out in a couple days when it's cooler.
It's just not worth it.
I'm not going to die outside, even though it looks fun. It's a riding mower. It's not going to take that long, but I would still die.
You gotta get yourself one of them umbrellas.
Oh yeah,
get yourself some portable shade out there.
Be cool. Or one of those like, almost like an awning, but just for the lawnmower.
Because I mean, tractors have a little roof. I mean, it might be used for like rollovers, but also shade. Also shade. Tim's gonna get out there with a fucking bike helmet on, the fucking motorcycle helmet, the leather jacket, just completely covered. 6 miles an hour.
Simply Secular Dave says any lawnmower can be a riding lawnmower if you are brave and live on a hill.
Could you imagine riding on one of the fucking thing? Three horsepower lawnmower right underneath your crotch.
Oh.
Not a
But yeah, it's ridiculously hot, and it doesn't look like it's going to not be hot until Thursday. I think is when the heat breaks. Wednesday night, Thursday. So
And it's been posting videos of their recent encounters, which have generated millions of perite, as well as everyone else is on board.
There we go.
You could just see them.
Some beautiful images of lovely dolphin. Damn, son.
Yeah, getting some air.
Dude, dolphins have so much fucking fun every day. Like they're just having a fucking blast, and we all just happen to be on their planet. Like they are Look at this motherfucker. Bro is doing fucking corkscrews and shit, just like la la la. All of like, would I rather be a dolphin than a human? Absolutely, I'd rather be a dolphin. I can't do none of this shit as a human.
Yeah. I don't have that kind of vertical leap as a human.
I can't swim that fast. And when I swim, I get wet. They don't. They be dry as fuck swimming. Damn, this dude's got all the good shots. Well, go watch some good nature footage today, everybody. That's your homework. Go see the beautiful earth and all of the cool things that are in it. We're going to see you guys on Thursday. Perhaps we will have a guest. I gotta get on the WhatsApp and start asking people to come on.
Okay, yeah. And we got Thursday afternoon and then Thursday evening with Unbox Politics with Mark and Ollie.
That is true. That is true. All right. I have a closing statement now. I thought of it the other day.
You have a closing statement.
In the great words of attorney Ike Shabazz Whitaker, I love you. I really do. We'll see you later.